go. End it here. End it here. End it here. We're going to the Super Bowl! We're going to the Super Bowl! Oh, number 10 for Brady. Yes! We're going to the Super Bowl. 31-26 win over the Green Bay Packers. And when I tell you I was so hyped, you probably saw it at the start of this video. I put in my little thing off my Instagram, but incredible performance. It was one of those games where I felt that we had to start the game up early with a lead because of the potential of Green Bay and their firepower and their ability to score quick. I figured we had to go up early, and that's what we did. We were up 28-10 at some point. But before I get into it, make sure you subscribe down below. I am Ramy B, and I post weekly Buccaneer reaction videos. And I'm excited to do another one. And now we'll be doing another one in a couple of weeks for the Super Bowl. So let's get into it. If you see me looking over to my side, I am looking at some of the stats so I can have appropriate and accurate information. I'm not wearing my jersey today. I'm wearing my red Buck shirt because it was a team game today. But we won 31-26 against the red-hot Green Bay Packers and the MVP potential, probably more than likely MVP Aaron Rodgers. Green Bay came out with 381 yards of total offense with 314 passing, and we were 351 total offense with 275 passing and 76 rushing yards. Brady was 20 of 36 for 280 yards, 3 touchdowns and 3 picks. The touchdowns were great. The picks obviously were not. That's something that I don't think is going to repeat itself. I know they jinxed him with the whole, he's only thrown 1 pick on, he hasn't thrown a pick on the road since week 1 when he threw 2 and all this stuff, but he did throw 3. One of them was just ugly, that last one where Leonard missed the blitz pickup and he kind of just threw it up in the air to Evans and it was underthrown and picked. And the second one that bounced off of Mike Evans' hands, it looked like it was, I don't know, on the replay from the other end, it looked like it might have been going to Scotty Miller, but Evans jumped in front of it. But either way, that was a bad one. It was looking at that point like this was going to be one of those games that came down to the wire. And of course it did. Our run game essentially didn't do anything. Leonard Fournette had 12 carries for 55 yards and a touchdown, and 20 of those yards were was that touchdown run. So he really had 35 yards and 11 carries. Incredible run on his end. In the beginning, I thought he was going to fall forward. He pushed an offensive lineman and forward, and he fell down, and I was like, no, he's going to fall over it. And they ended up bouncing out. I think he juked one dude out and then spun and then got hit right at the goal line but went in. That was a crazy run. We needed that kind of physical energy from we needed that toughness from our running game, and even if it was just one big run. On the receiving end, Godwin had 5 catches for 110 yards. He did have one horrible drop on second down, but then followed it up with a beautiful 52-yard bomb that he bobbled in the air and caught it. Evans 3 for 51 and 1 touchdown. Evans had a subpar game. He didn't have his normal caliber game. He did drop a couple, but that touchdown at the beginning was beautiful. Scotty Miller 2 for 36 and that one beautiful touchdown right before the half. It was incredible because it was 4th and 3 and we were going to punt. And then I was like, I think we should go for it. And then Brady ended up coming back out. And then we got the first down with Leonard. And I was literally saying, we're going to take a deep shot to Scotty. I know it was 6 seconds left. And the analysts were like, oh, they're going to see how many yards they can get and kick a field goal. I was like, no, we're going to go for a deep shot. And, of course, Scotty Miller got behind the defender. Perfectly placed ball. Fell in the end zone. Caught it. Put us up 21-10 at half, which essentially gave us the good enough cushion that we needed. Gronk had 1 catch for 29 yards in the fourth quarter. When he caught that in the fourth quarter, and that was on our final drive where we went to kick a field goal and go up by 8. At that point, it was like a screen play to the tight end, and he took it for 29 yards. I know he was running slow, but he had good blocking, and that's proved to be a very important and crucial catch in this game. And then Cameron Brate had 3 catches for 19 yards and 1 touchdown, and that touchdown coming off of the fumble recovery, which I will talk about later. But to start the second half, it put us up 28-10, where I felt we were going to change our game plan and maybe run a little bit more, but because of the fact that they were stopping the run, we obviously didn't. But let's go to the defensive side. Jordan Whitehead had 2 forced fumbles. One of them was kind of on the sideline and the Packers recovered, and then the second one was to start the second half where he hit Aaron Jones and then he fumbled it, and then Devin White picked it up and returned it to, I want to say, inside the 15 probably, if I remember correctly. Sean Murphy-Bunting, 1 pick. Literally all season he's been a liability, but he's had 1 pick every game in these playoffs. He picked off Heineke, he picked off Drew Brees, and now he picked off Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. So he's really stepping up when it matters the most. On the front 4, Vita Vea was such a great return to the lineup. Definitely transformed our entire D-line. He was the reason that we were able to get a lot of push. I know Jason Pierre-Paul and Shaq Barrett did not have a single sack since the Minnesota Viking game in week 15, I want to say, or week 14. I think it was week 14. And Vita Vea coming there just ate up some of the offensive linemen and gave us a lot of one-on-one coverage, one-on-one pass rushing on the side, and then that led to 3 sacks by Shaq Barrett, who ended up having the record now for the most sacks in a game, or tying Warren Sapp, sorry, for the most sacks in franchise history in a game in the playoffs with 3, and then JPP had 2 sacks. So we hit Rodgers another 5 times like we did on week 6, and then yeah, it was very good defensively overall. Rodgers was 33 for 48 for 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick. Rodgers did kind of go off in the second half, and our defense did kind of clamp down when needed. We probably got off luckily with Matt LaFleur decided to kick a field goal with about 3 minutes left instead of going for a touchdown and 2 points. Like, I don't get why he would think that with Brady on the other side, you would, disrespect him and think that he wouldn't be able to at least get a couple first downs if needed. But they kicked that field goal, cut it to a 5-point lead, and the rest is history. They never saw the ball again. So I know they're definitely going to be thinking about that in the offseason. Aaron Jones, 6 rushes for 27 yards. MVS, 4 for 115 and a touchdown. That touchdown was a 50-yard bomb. Carlton Davis had pretty good coverage on it. It was just a perfectly placed ball. Devontae Adams, 9 for 67 and 1 touchdown, with the touchdown being that 2-yard slant. And then Tanyan had 4 for 22 and 1 touchdown. So even though Rodgers threw for 346 yards, I think the defense overall was in control of the game. The pass rush was hitting him when we needed it the most. After Brady's 3 picks, they only converted on 1 of them a touchdown, and the other 2 were 3 and out. So the defense really stepped up. Even after the game, JPP said that it doesn't matter how many picks Brady throws because the defense has his back. We ended up converting on both of their turnovers, the fumble and the pick. We ended up getting 14 points, and that proved to be the game changer for the game, and essentially what kind of put us up. Now that's 2 games where we've had 5 turnovers and we've scored a touchdown in every single one. So what is that? 35 points off of turnovers so far. As of right now, the Chiefs, I think it's halftime or close to halftime, they were up 9-20. They were up 21-9 last time I checked. So I don't see Buffalo coming back, but I do think that we're going to end up facing Patrick Mahomes in 2 weeks home in Tampa. So it's going to be definitely exciting. Definitely looking forward to that game. It's the first time, like I said, we've talked about it all year. It's the first time a team has got to play the Super Bowl in their own home stadium. So we will be home in Tampa playing against potentially the Chiefs. It's going to be a tough game. 22,000 fans will be there, with 7,500 being picked by the NFL, and they will be vaccinated healthcare workers to thank them for all their service and everything. But it's definitely going to be an exciting game. I don't see Brady throwing 3 picks again against the Chiefs. He threw 2 week 12 when we played them. I don't see him throwing more in the Super Bowl, but it's going to be definitely a good game. We're going to have to game plan accordingly. We're going to have 2 weeks to game plan and put together a good offensive plan, which again, I'm not worried on the offense. We're able to score points, but on the defensive end, trying to slow down Patrick Mahomes and his offense. We've scored now all season. We're 9-2 on the road. We've scored 30 points in every home game, and in the playoffs we've scored 30, 31, and 30 now. Brady is also 8 and if Rodgers wins the MVP, Brady will be 8-1 in the playoffs against the league MVP. So, crazy, just insane how now he's going to his 10th Super Bowl. He just won his 14th conference championship game. No, not sorry, he didn't win his 14th. He won his 10th one out of 14 tries. And it's definitely crazy. I don't think we're ever going to see anyone have 33 playoff wins, go to 10 Super Bowls, or anything like that. So it's definitely a sight to see, and I'm glad it's with Tampa. So yeah, Bucs fans, I don't want to make this long. I know a lot of us are hype. Like I said, I was screaming and everything. My voice hurts a little bit, but super excited. 1 more game to go, 60 more minutes of football, and we will be 60 more minutes of great, disciplined, the best football of our life, and we will finally be Super Bowl champions again after 18 years of not being at the Super Bowl. So thank you for tuning in. As always, subscribe, and let's go Buc Nation. Let's go Buccaneers. 1 more win. Let's make history, win it at home, and we'll be in the history books forever. But yeah, comment down below how you feel after this game. I know a lot of y'all are hyped, but how do you feel about this game? We did lose 2 safeties. Antoine Winfield was out and Jordan Whitehead, but we still held on and won. But yeah, I don't want to make this long. So thank you for tuning in, Buc Nation. Let's go. 1 more win, and as always, I am out.
Our offense tough, our defense rough. Go Bucs, go Bucs. Ain't no other team stopping us. Go Bucs, go Bucs.